Hi, I'm Tracy with KOGmissions.com and welcome to Simple Bible Truth. I hope to encourage you in your faith and inspire you to seek truth, to love God, and to obey Jesus. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell below to be notified when new videos come out. This video is part 8 of a 10-part series on the church. Today we are going to address the gift of pastoring. Once again, the big question many ask is, can a woman be a pastor? My answer is yes and no. Please listen to the end so what I have to say will not be misrepresented. As stated before, an elder and overseer can be used interchangeably, but if to consider what is written and not try to make it say something that it does not say, elder or overseer is not used interchangeably with the word pastor in Scripture. This is where the church today has confused roles or offices with gifts and ministries. Ephesians is the only place that the noun pastor is used, and it is in a list with apostles, prophets, evangelists, and teachers. If to read the context, it says that these are gifts of Christ, repeating some of the Corinthian passages of gifts. Ephesians is the only place that the noun pastor is used, and it is in a list with apostles, prophets, evangelists, and teachers. If to read the context, it says that these are gifts of Christ, repeating some of the Corinthian passage on gifts. So if to say that women cannot be pastors or shepherds in the church, you would have to say that she cannot be an evangelist or a prophet or a teacher either. Some actually do say this, but then you must conclude that the gifts of the Spirit are not given to women. A pastor is one of the spiritual gifts or ministries given to some of the members of the church. A man who is gifted or given the gift of pastor would be one likely maybe to step up or possibly desire to be an elder. That is, if he is also gifted in leadership and teaching and meets all the other qualifications to serve in this way. All elders must be teachers and shepherds, but not all gifted to serve the church as a teacher or a pastor or shepherd are elders. Teaching and pastoring are gifts and ministries. An elder or overseer is a position or office in the local church, although the gifts of teaching and shepherding are needed for that position. So it is important to define what a pastor is, especially since in today's age, most churches have made a pastor to mean what is biblically meant by an elder or an overseer, and therefore they suppress those in the church who possess the gift of pastoring, but are not in the office of an elder, like a woman might be. In regards to women, a woman may have the gift of pastoring, but according to the qualifications of an elder or overseer, she should not hold that office in the church. This is not saying in any way that she is less or her ministry is not valid or needed in the church. We must focus on what God has ordained us to do through His Spirit and not worry about what He has not given us to do. Those whom women are called to shepherd or pastor are most likely other women. They may need shepherding in a way that a male would not be able to do, or in a way that would be inappropriate for him to do. If women think this ministry is less important or not as valuable as pastoring as an elder, then they themselves are demeaning women and giving them less value. Many misuse 1 Peter 5, 1-3 to try to equate pastor to mean elder. That is not what the verse says. It says in verse 2 in the Net Bible, give a shepherd's care to God's flock among you, or other translations say pastor the church, which may confuse some into thinking that it says pastoring is a role or position or an office or job in the church. It does not say that. It says to shepherd or pastor the flock or the church. Just like in other places, it says to exhort or to teach. Like I said before, an elder or overseer is required to have the gift of teaching and shepherding as well as other gifts and ministries. And yes, an elder is a pastor, a teacher, and possesses other gifts. But that still does not mean that the word shepherd or pastor is interchangeable with the words elder or overseer. We do not see them grammatically used interchangeably in any verse. There can and should be other people functioning in the church with the gift of pastor, men and women alike, just not in the elder idea of pastor as it is in many churches today, as an overseer of the whole church. The elders and overseers should be pastoring those using their gift of pastor. Likewise, they should shepherd all those using every other gift given to the body. They will have to give an account one day to Jesus as to how they ruled their ecclesia. Did they help keep unity in the church? Did they keep false teachers and teaching out of the church? Did they keep order when the church gathered? As we said, it seems that people can be given multiple gifts, since elder and overseer must have multiple gifts. And we are told that we can and should be eager and desire those greater gifts. Those people with the greater gifts are not greater in and of themselves, but are greater because of the impact that they have on the spiritual growth of the church and increasing the future citizens of God's kingdom. We are a team and we need each other. We will be blessed by being a blessing and gain rewards for our service in encouraging and supporting others who are serving. Whoever receives you receives me, and whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. Whoever receives a prophet in the name of the prophet will receive a prophet's reward. Whoever receives a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And whoever gives a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple, I tell you the truth, he will never lose his reward. One last thing to consider. Of course, sometimes people in ministries go different ways, as Paul and Barnabas did. But if we stir up others against someone serving God and the saints in truth, or try to destroy the work that they are doing, we will answer to God, because in reality it is his work being destroyed or spoken against. This does not mean, though, that we should not bring light to false teachers or false teachings. We are commanded to do that for the well-being of the church and the saints. This is one of the roles of elder or overseer, and not a pastor in regards to the church as a whole. Men and women alike who have the gift of pastoring must seek God's direction as to whom he wants them to shepherd. There may be one flock or many within or outside of the ecclesia that need spiritual food, guidance, and protection from the world and false teaching. As a shepherd, they can teach and counsel the person or the people as God directs them to. They do not need to be an elder to do this, and it is for their own good, as well as the good of others, that they are still under the authority of the local elders and overseers. In Part 9, we will take a look at the manifestation of the gift of prophesying. Until then, as always, I encourage you to seek truth, to love God, and to obey Jesus. Please like and subscribe below and click the bell to be notified when the next video comes out. Thanks so much and have a blessed day.